What's up guys, welcome back to FarmStrong. My name's Jack and thanks for joining me on the channel. It's an early Monday morning, just after 7, and we've got some wheat straw that was baled over the weekend behind us. The contract baler came in. I'm not sure how many bales he's done, but we're about 50 acres. So probably a couple of hundred, I'm thinking. Just see Paul in the background, loading up the first trailer. Got the other 724 on the trailer too. So we're going to cart these in for the morning, as you can see. Same size bales as our barley straw, 6 stringers, 120 by 90. We did have a bit of rain on Sunday morning, not enough to show in the rain gauge, just a bit of a shower, but I mean, they're feeling pretty dry already. We've had some wind this morning and yesterday, which has probably done the trick on those. Brought my first load back to the shed. We're stacking them all out in this central bay. We'd normally have this field with hay, but we're short on hay and having moved some directly out of the field. We've got 2,500 straight out of the field. We've got this bay for the wheat straw, and then we're just going to stack 6 high in the shed here. No need to go any higher. We should have plenty of room. Dad's just crossed the 4th layer there. Hopefully keep it all nice and stable. We wouldn't normally bale any straw here, but as we are drilling oilseed rape in this field next year, we had the straw baled, want the straw off. That'll make it easier for us direct drilling. It won't have all the straw in the way, and also won't be a nice habitat for any slugs or anything. So straw off and baled and in the shed, and a bit of a premium on top of the seed for the money we'll get for it. So Dad bringing in 3 there, but we only want to put 2 on the top, so re-picking that and lifting those up top. We're cracking on. I think we're having a little count up. We've got 140-ish in the shed so far, and probably another 100 or so down the field. We didn't actually get a count off the baler man, so we're counting them on the go. We're probably gonna fill up these next 2 bays, I reckon. We've already had a few customers for our hay since it's got put in the shed, so this was full up. So a few of the locals just taking a few at a time, all for the very reasonable price of £4 a bale. I don't think we've really decided yet what we're going to do in terms of selling the barley and the wheat straw. Barley straw we're likely leaving the shed till sort of February, March next year or so. Whether we try and move the wheat straw on a bit sooner or not, I'm not sure we've decided, but yeah, I don't think it's going to be a short straw year. I think there's going to be plenty about, but obviously we've got dry storage here, so we're not in a rush to move it on. Last load of straw coming in the shed now.
Is that it?
Yep. So we're 240 something bales in total. I'm out in the wheat stubble where we cleared the bales from earlier on. I brought a 724 with me and the Missouri Result straw rake. Straw rake's got, I think, working width of 7 metres ish or so, but purpose of the straw rake, going to come and move around any of the sort of straw residue and chaff, get that evened out if there's any thicker spots or patches where that's laid. It will hopefully destroy any slugs or slug eggs that are here. I think with the very dry weather we've had, we're going to have less pressure from slugs, but it should do a job if there is anything there. And also, perhaps in a more normal year, would help chit any volunteers that are out here. But with the dry weather at the moment, straw rake's probably not going to do too much there. But we'll get run across the ground. Fairly speedy job. I'll probably be doing at least 15k, if not more. We'll see how the ground goes, and I'll be just doing it at a very slight angle towards the tram lines. I've been having a little bit of a play about trying to get the straw rake working right, just trying to get it machine level, working at the right sort of depth, and then the sprung tines at the right angle, so not too aggressive so that they're working in the ground really hard, but aggressive enough that they're picking up some of the straw and moving it around. So I've done a few runs now and think I'm pretty happy. We're running at 18k. Luckily the field isn't too rough, and to avoid any large bumps I'm probably running just 5 degrees or so off the tram lines. Probably hard to see it working on camera, but you should see some of the straw just picking up in the tines there and the machine dragging it along. So it's running a bit where the combine has driven there, and you can actually see it picking up some of the straw and pulling it along. Because we baled the straw in here, the rake is doing sort of most of the work behind the combine wheelings. So when I'm passing through those wheelings, it's picking up that sort of blanket of short straw and chaff that the combine's left. Gets caught up in the tines, drags it along, and then sort of slowly distributes it out. Hopefully you can see some of the straw on the outside there tumbling through the tines. See the discs kicking up some of the top surface of the soil there. Thought I would jump somewhere out the wind so that you guys can actually hear me. Yesterday I was busy on the straw rake and busy on the straw rake again this morning. So probably did about 50 hectares or so of straw raking over the last couple of days. Just come down as I've set Tim on, a harvest student, off in the rolls. He is following behind Dad. So Dad's got the Vadestad carrier on the class 960 as you've just seen. I will go and grab a few videos of that being pulled about, but it is bloody dusty. Just so dry. It is a dust bowl out here. But I'll grab a couple of vids of that, and then we'll go and have a look at the rolls. So 2 rows of discs, a levelling board and a packer on the carrier. You can see the sort of job it's making of it. Levelling it all off and mixing up the top, mixing all that straw in. But it's making it look like a bit of a dust bowl out here. See those discs mixing it up. Levelling board flattens it, and then the packer consolidates it. You can't see anything in the dust and it's all going in my mouth. Find the tractor in the cloud of dust. It is a very pleasant Thursday morning. What isn't pleasant is the sore throat and cold I've got. One of those summer ones. Where the hell do they come from? But anyway, back out in the wheat stubble. Kind of aware I didn't really explain too well what's been going on, but we're sort of busy cracking on with cultivations now. So yeah, wheat stubble here. We've got one field going winter wheat for the second time, and then 2 fields going into grass. They've all had sludge in them. So Dad's mixed the sludge in with the cruiser. He's then been in with the Valistad carrier, which has created that sort of top tilth, mixed that straw in, made it a bit finer and levelled it off. And then we're just capping it off with the set of 12 metre Cousins rolls, and they're pretty heavy, so they make a nice job. I've just set Tim on our student off in those again this morning. So we'll get those rolled. They'll be capped off. Hopefully when we do get some moisture, that'll help it stay in there, and then we'll drill straight into the ground from there. I can show you the sort of finishes here, just where the roll's pulled in the gateway. So that's how it's been left by the Valistad carrier. So that's discs, levelling board, and a rear packer. I think Dad's actually been through this field twice, where there was a bit more straw. And then you can see next door to it, just where the roll's been. So that leaves it nice and flat, and then we can come and drill straight into this. Lovely sunny day. I had to come down in the fork truck to move our log that sits in the gateway here, as we found already, even when it's not there for 24 hours, we've got our lovely friends driving around the fields. Yeah, says it all. Just popped down to see Paul, who's busy ploughing the ex-grass here. He's been ploughing for a few days now, been doing some oak ground. Just come into the grass. It's a 6-furrow Lemkin. I've got a furrow presser that's pulling as well, as you can see. Seems to be pulling it up in some clods. Power harrow is now out, following behind the plough. You can see Paul just at the top of the hill out there. Dad's just in there trying to get it set up so that it's making a good job of it. Just done a first pass. I think Dad's just lifted up the rear packer a little bit. Anyone who doesn't know what a power harrow is, it's got lots of upright spinning tines that you can see in there. So they're going to hopefully smash up this soil, leave a much finer finish than the plough and the press has. made some more adjustments. Just dropped the height of this board in behind the back of the tines to hopefully keep some soil in the power harrow a bit longer and break up some of these clods a bit more. Slow, steady job. Tractor's probably doing 2.5k. So the ground on the right here is particularly rough as it hasn't had the furrow press across it, whereas on the slightly longer land here that has had the furrow press, so should make the power harrow's job a little bit easier. But not ideal soil conditions. Still got some fair lumps. It's just real dry and like concrete. And a dust bolt. As you can see, there's a tractor there somewhere. Friday morning, my turn to be out with the rolls today. Just spent last 10 minutes or so greasing them up. Quite a few grease points on these, as you can imagine. But yeah, back going over ground. Dad's been in with the Vadestad carrier, so just to finish that off. I was thinking back, the first video, the first long form video I made for YouTube, I was busy rolling, probably post drilling, I think, maybe post drilling last autumn. So if you go back to my first ever FarmStrong weekly episode, you can probably see me talking about these and unfolding them, all that jazz. I'm not going to do all that today, but yeah, they're sort of, I think, a little over 12 metres. We run them at 12 metres in the field. So I should get through the 50 acres here fairly swiftly this morning. Pretty nice day, not really sunglasses weather, bit of cloud cover. Nice, slightly cooler temperatures though. But forecast still looks dry. They'd chuck some rain in there, but that's all going to disappear. And it looks like temperatures going back up, high 20s again. So this balmy summer continues. Just jumping out the cab as I've spotted my first field find of the cultivating season. Broken lifter off the combine. First one of the year. See what else we find. Just finished off the rolling, and that finishes up all the cultivations we've got planned for the wheat ground here at home. So they're capped off with the rolls. Hopefully they'll suck some water up, and then they'll be ready to drill straight into come autumn. Paul has finished ploughing all the land in the grass field, the ex-grass field, and the power harrow, that's hard to say quickly. We'll finish up all the land working there today. We'll just have the headland to finish up in the start of next week. Obviously we've got all the ryegrass that will be going into a second year crop next year, so nothing cultivation wise to do in those fields, and then that will just leave the oak ground to be ploughed and the spring beans. But the spring beans have still got the spring beans standing in there. We did go down and have a look at those this morning, took the moisture meter with us, but didn't even end up getting it out as there's just too many green ones in the field. So we've got to be a bit more patient there. We'll see how they progress over the weekend and through next week. Maybe the combine will be out for those next week or so, but yeah, we shall see. So yeah, cultivations here at home, all progressing very well. We have got other stuff. We've done some other cultivating at contract farms and still got some to do as well. So that'll all be jobs over the next couple of weeks. Finishing my working week off on the big tractor in the Class 960. Got the Vadestad Rex's press behind. Just pulling that across some plough ground over at our contract farm. Taken over from Dad just for an hour or so while he's busy off doing some other jobs. But in general, busy week of cultivations across the farm this week. They'll carry on next week as well. Driving around, lots of the ground is going brown around us now, so lots of farmers getting stuck into the cultivations around us too. I just wanted to say, just to finish the video, I'll probably drop a couple of clips in of the class running the field while I jump out and Dad's driving it, but finish the video now, just saying hello and welcome to any new subscribers. Channel hit 2,000 subscribers is a bit of a milestone, I think start this week or end of last week. So hello if you're new, thank you if you've been here for a short while, a little while or a long while. But as always, thanks for watching, take it easy, and I'll see you on the next one.